All right, so not so typical Prime Day plan for Amazon sellers. I'm going to jump in just straight away. A little bit about me. Like I said, I'm the founder of both I Love LLC and Profitable Pineapple Ads. Like I said, we help health and wellness people and mostly doctors and healthcare workers build online clout, build their online brand. And so that's what we do primarily. And we help people achieve financial freedom with their online business, because most people in this space, for some reason, focus on revenue. I focus on profit. And so that's the main KPI that we look at when we're doing anything with our clients is profit. We will grow their sales, yes, but profit is the name of the game. Profit is the number one number that you want to watch no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're running ads or anything. That's what we look at as profit. So that's what we help people do. Let me just walk you through what we're going to do. So this is the plan. Part number one, we're going to go over the setup. I'm a big planner. I believe you shouldn't just jump into doing something without planning it first. The planning is actually the hardest part because you have to think. That's pretty much with everything. The hardest part is planning. And I see entrepreneurs all the time forget that part, and they just try to jump in to do whatever they're doing. Now, I'm still guilty of this. I forget to plan it before I actually do it. Part number two, we are going to go into Amazon PPC. Like I said, not limited, but focused. We're going to do a focused PPC session. It's going to be super high impact and simple. It's very, very simple if you do it my way. And then part three, we're going to talk about external traffic and using our audience as well. Because if you're not building an email list, you're pretty much going to die eventually. Your business is going to die because you're not building an asset outside of Amazon. I believe in Amazon PPC and launching with Amazon PPC and using Amazon PPC as one leverage point, but you're sitting on a one-legged stool, and email list gives you a second leg, and then external traffic gives you a third leg. And so I believe in building this moat around your Amazon listing or Shopify or whatever you're selling, but we're focusing on Prime Day today. And you need to have a stool that has three legs. If you're just doing Amazon and just doing Amazon PPC to grow your business, you are on a one-legged stool and you will topple eventually. So audience is pillar number two or leg number two, and then external traffic is leg number three. And they kind of all play together, because when you form this moat around your listing, it's going to shoot you up in rankings incredibly fast, and it's going to make you more profitable in the long run. All right, so what's the plan? Prime Day is July 16th and 17th. If it's not in your calendar yet, put it in your calendar. And all we're going to do here is whenever everyone else is retracting, meaning they're pulling away, we're going to go all in. What do I mean by retracting? Most people on the 3 days leading up to Prime Day are going to not do anything. They're going to pull back their ads because conversion rates go down and people aren't buying, they're just clicking. And that's true, 100% true. People don't buy as much leading up to a big Prime Day sale or a Black Friday or whatever big sale they're having. Now, keep this in mind. This is a Prime Day webinar, but you can do this for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You can do it for Prime Day 2. You can do it for any big sales event that Amazon is having. So the 3 days leading up to Prime Day, everybody's kind of pulling back their advertising and not trying to make as many sales because their conversion rate is going to drop because people are waiting for Prime Day. So what we do is we have a bigger deal leading up to Prime Day than we do on Prime Day. So we call it our pre-Prime Day sale. And this is great if you have an email list. You can also do it if you just are running on Amazon. You can do it running just on Amazon with Amazon PPC. You can run it with your audience. You can run it with external traffic. And I'm going to show you how to do each of those here in just a little bit. You may have a big portfolio, but what I always recommend doing, and I recommend doing this for your business in general, is focus on the 80-20. Pareto's principle, you guys have heard it before, 20% of your inputs create 80% of your results. And so when you focus on the 20% that produces 80% of your results, you're going to make more money, you're going to make more profit, and you're going to accelerate those products even more. So when we're doing this pre-Prime Day sale, we're doing it for the 20% of products that are bringing 80% of our revenue. I see some of the people in my coaching program in the chat, and I talk about this every Tuesday in my mastermind coaching sessions, the 80-20 rule. I drill it into their brains that everything involves the 80-20 rule. And you're going to see that here repeated over and over again. So we're going to focus on the 20% of products that are producing 80% of your results. Usually for a lightning deal on Prime Day, you're going to do anywhere from 20 to 30% off. And so what we do leading up to Prime Day is we do a bigger deal. And so we'll do up to 50% off on the 3 days leading up to Prime Day. This is a coupon. This is not a promotional code. So I know some of you guys are going to ask, isn't that going to affect our lightning deals? And yes, it might if you use a promotional code. According to Amazon, a coupon will not. So this is a response I got from them 12 months ago. I can confirm that the past coupons will not impact the lowest price criteria for lightning deals. However, do your own due diligence because Amazon changes all the time. This was 12 months ago leading up to Prime Day. So who knows if it's still right. They did point out though that promotions will. And then make sure you don't have the coupon running on Prime Day because they can stack the lightning deal on top of the coupon. So just keep all that in mind. Do your own due diligence. This is what we do. We use coupons, the ones that you can just clip, and it usually does not affect the lightning deal. I've never seen it affect the lightning deal. That doesn't mean that Amazon can't change overnight. And I would love to open it up to, if John and Ian have seen anything differently, please correct me because we want to make sure that the correct information gets out there. But this is what straight from Amazon, but you never know. Amazon likes to change the game.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's a very smart strategy. Yeah, I don't have any current information that would negate that. I think to me it looks good.
Amazon changes all the time, so you just never know what's going to happen. But we've been using this strategy.
You do want to be careful though that they don't stack. So you want to make sure you're aware of all promotions because sellers forget they put a coupon on or they didn't set an end date and the Prime Day happens or another coupon or another promotion shows up on the page and all of a sudden you're getting wiped out at 75% off of your stock. So you got to be careful with that.
So how do you avoid stacking? Like Ian just said, you make the coupon for 3 days before Prime Day. So this would be July 15th, 14th, 13th. So it'd be July 13th, expires on July 15th. So then when your lightning deal goes live July 16th and 17th, or your Prime deal or whatever, that you can't stack them. Because if you stack them, you're going to get wiped out because it's going to get picked up by a Slick Deals website and it's going to go nuts. I sold $500,000 in one day once. And it was not pretty. It was a great revenue number, but it was not a pretty profit number. I think I ended up losing money on that day because the agency I was working with at the time, this was before I had my agency, had stacked coupons. And Slick Deals, the website, caught it and picked it up, and I was cleaned out of inventory. Once our inventory was gone, you couldn't stack it anymore, so that's what cleaned us out. So we did $500,000 in one day. However, it was not profit. That was revenue, and we didn't profit anything. So be careful with stacking codes. So we're going to run this coupon from the 13th through the 15th. And like I said, we are aggressive. We're in consumables, so we do 50% off. We're creating a bigger sale pre-Prime Day than we do for Prime Day. So keep that in mind. So part number 2 is Amazon PPC. We're going to focus on the 80-20 for the pre-sale and for Prime Day. And with Amazon PPC, 20% of your campaigns are producing 80% of your results. 20% of your search terms are producing 80% of your results. And you can find that just by looking at your campaign manager and looking at the 20% that are producing 80% of the results. Now, when you do that, all you have to do is focus on those campaigns and increase those. So what we're going to do for those campaigns is we're going to increase the budgets by those campaigns by up to 100%, if not more. I recommend actively monitoring all your campaigns on Prime Day. It's the most important sales day of the year. And so if you can't spend all day just monitoring your campaign manager or having somebody do it for you, I mean, if you like money, you'll do it. If you don't like money, then don't do it. Don't worry about it. So then what we also do is for those search terms that are working really well, we'll increase our top of search aggression 20 to 100% usually. And that's for the 20% of search terms that are creating 80% of our results. Now I put a range in there. You can go up to, 900%, 20 to 900%. I put a range of 20 to 100%, but you have to do what's best for you because I don't know your business. I don't know how aggressive you like to be. And so be very careful with this because it can get out of hand. Top of search placement is just how much you're willing to go up in percentage to increase the bid to show up at the top. And when you're having a big deal, like a 50% off coupon pre-Prime Day, or a 20% off lightning deal, I want to show up at the top of that search for my top search terms. So let's say we do 100%, I'll give you a quick example. We do 100% top of search bid placement, and we're bidding $2 on a search term. That's telling Amazon that we will bid up to $4 to get the top spot. That's 100% top of search placement on a $2 bid. It will bid up to $4, 100% of that $2 bid to get that top spot. And you want that top spot because you're having a pre-Prime Day sale of 50% off before Prime Day. And then on Prime Day, you're having a lightning deal. So during that lightning deal, you want to push those search terms that are working. That's it. That's all you have to do for Prime Day when it comes to Amazon PPC, is you focus on the 20% of campaigns, the 20% of search terms that are bringing 80% of the results. Now, that's what you're going to do for both the pre-Prime Day sale through Prime Day. You're going to raise your bids, you're going to raise your budgets. And again, actively monitor those. The key thing with this, though, is if you're actively monitoring them, you have to believe you're making sales because the attribution is not going to show up in Campaign Manager right away. And especially on Prime Day, attribution data just breaks. It just completely breaks and it doesn't work. So let's jump into part number 3, which is the audience. And so Ezra Firestone's known for his 4-day double downs in his sales. We're going to do 5 days here, but we're literally going to email our audience 2 emails a day. And we're going to really explain the better than Prime Day sale emails. And so the first day, the second day, and the third day, it's going to be all about that pre-Prime Day sale and how it's going to be, we call it the better than Prime Day sale. And better than Prime Day sale number 1, 2, 3, we send 2 emails a day. And then Prime Day, we'll send 2 emails a day or more, depending on how many lightning deals we have. So if we have 5 lightning deals, we'll send an email every time a lightning deal goes live. And each email stacks on the other one. So if the first lightning deal goes live, we send an email. The second lightning deal goes live an hour later, but the first one's still available. We'll send both lightning deals in that email. And so it takes a little bit of logistics here, but it works incredibly well. So better than Prime Day emails, 2-day double down, do it for all 5 of the days. And then finally, external traffic. So we're going to do Google ads, Facebook ads, and banner and pop-ups. Let's jump into each of those. So Google ad, we already found the 20% of search terms that are bringing 80% of our results from Amazon PPC. Now we're going to use those same search terms, take them over to Google, and create Google ads. And so this is a simple ad, 50% off eye compress on Amazon. So if somebody's on Google searching for eye compress, I have a 50% off eye compress on Amazon. I bet you they're going to click it, and this is for our pre-Prime Day sale. And you can see all these other ones. These are called site link extensions in Google Ads. These are all other ones that we were running as well for our pre-Prime Day sale. Our top 5 products were our 20% or were 80% of our revenue. They were more like 90% of our revenue. And so we did sales on each of these. And you can see they can click on any of these and go get that. So that's what a Google ad looks like. Take your top search terms from Amazon through your search term report and take them over to Google. This is what Facebook ads looks like. It's simply 50% off whatever product you have. And I put an attribution link in there. I always use attribution links because you get 10% back. And the attribution link will pop up this picture of an Amazon image. And that's it, 50% off Hydrate Lid Lash Cleanser today only on Amazon. And we run that for the 3 days of pre-Prime Day sale. And then we'll even do this for our lightning deals. Our website at the time when we sold it was getting about 200,000 visitors a month because we had built it up over 5 years, 6 years. And so we'll do site-wide pop-ups. And so we'll do Celebrate Prime Day with us, tons of deals and products, and we'll do this for the pre-Prime Day as well. And then they can click this. It will take them through an attribution link over to our products. And then this is the banner that goes site-wide. And we focus this on one product. So our best seller, shop 50% off MediViz eyelid wipes. Don't miss out on the pre-Prime Day sales. And it's 50% off. So anybody that's visiting the site and looking to buy those eyelid wipes, they're going to click that, go over to buy on Amazon, and then use an attribution link for all this. Now, I do have a free Amazon PPC masterclass at profitablepineapple.com, but I want to go over one thing about this. What you're doing here is you're flooding Amazon with high converting traffic with a high sales velocity the 3 days leading up to Prime Day. Everybody else is pulling back to lower their sales because conversion rate is going to be lower. You're going to be sending targeted traffic to it with a high coupon to encourage people to buy. Your conversion rate is going to go really up. It's going to go up to begin with, and it's going to go much higher than your competitors. When you have a higher conversion rate and a higher sales velocity, Amazon's going to boost you up in the organic rank. And then when you get boosted up in the organic rank, those 3 days before Prime Day, when Prime Day hits, you're in a better position to take advantage of your lightning deals as a result of that. So that's essentially what I have for you guys today. I hope that was helpful. This works incredibly well. We did it for every single sale event, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, everything. So that's all I have for you. If you want my free Amazon PPC Masterclass, head to profitablepineapple.com, and that's my direct email, so you can email me if you have any questions, and I'll answer questions at the questions section too. Whew.
Yeah, dude, amazing. I think everyone here, there's hundreds of action points to take out of that to get ready for Prime Day. And I think for me, one of the big things there that I just want to reiterate is just the all-in doubling down, right? Like, I think there was a question earlier on, like saying, hey, my conversion rate or my sales are down. Like, what's happening? Is it Prime Day? Yes, maybe some of it is Prime Day, but doubling down your conversion rate, maybe your sales, your spend is not going to be as optimal, but it's building up to this amazing Prime Day. So I like this idea of all in and being confident and going hard in the build up to Prime Day. And then on Prime Day, you might not see the numbers there, but it's going to be there. So really good stuff there. So thank you, Travis. Ian, any comments?
Yeah, all really good strategies. And I highly believe in the 80-20. It's how I get a lot of stuff done as well. It's just like a lot of times when I'm doing stuff that I realize is not that like 20%, I just say, you know what, put it to the back of the list, move to the next thing, because you find yourself getting stuck in the weeds, on these little things or these new ideas that, maybe you should focus on one strategy of Travis's. Don't do all of them, because that wouldn't be the 80-20, right? Pick one and do it well. So it becomes a lot, right?
Yeah, great point. Picking, if this is new to you, pick the one that resonates best with you and that you think you can get the most impact for, and then go after that. So maybe out of that quickly, Travis, what out of all of those strategies, which if you had to pick one, I know that might be hard, but which would you pick?
It's not hard. It's not hard at all. So do whatever's working best for you. So ignore the Facebook ads, ignore the Google ads, ignore the banners, ignore email list, and focus on PPC, because a lot of people on here are probably Amazon sellers. And so if Amazon PPC is working for you, that's all you need to focus on is that. And so I recommend grabbing my free PPC Masterclass, binging it. It's a 3.5-hour course, binging it to prepare you for what's coming up with Prime Day. And don't even worry about the pre-Prime Day sale. Take the 80-20 principle from Amazon PPC and apply it just for Prime Day, and it will make a massive difference for you. So you could do every strategy I have. I have a team. So that's how we do it. But if you need to do one thing, it's the 80-20 of Amazon PPC, focusing just on that and that alone.
Okay, brilliant, man. Yeah, that's great. Good stuff, guys. Again, questions. I see some questions coming in. That's great. We're collecting them. Either we'll answer here or towards the end. So bang your questions in there. We'll get to all of them for sure. Great, and don't forget the link there, and we'll post that link to the free PPC course again, and the slides are there from Travis as well, which is awesome. So, Ian, let's hand over to you, man. Let's jam through. So 15 minutes or less, whatever you got. We want to hear the goal all the way from San Diego, right?
That's right. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Now we can. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I talk fast, so I'll try to slow down.
Is that an influencers gone wild picture right there? I don't know.
I was doing a bunch of research, and I'm like, literally, Amazon is taking influencers out on yachts and boats and throwing parties and cocktail festivals. And how do they treat sellers? Like shit, right? So I'm like, this is just not fair at all. And I like literally go to Amazon's influencer Instagram. It's incredible, all the stuff. I was just watching this video of girls and guys on a yacht and celebrating parties, because they're basically, this is Amazon's plan to crush competition, right? TikTok is all about the social shopping, the influencers, the creators. Amazon wants the same. They have a whole team working on it. I've been talking with them as well. So definitely it's time to step up our game and think like a real brand, think like seller, but be better than the other sellers, right? So if everybody's just selling on Amazon, what are you doing differently? And so again, like the 80-20 always applies, but what I'm going to talk about is really, some outside traffic marketing opportunities that you can use for Prime Day. And people in MBS have been using some of these strategies for years on the bigger brands, and now some of the smaller brands are starting to do it because it's becoming more easy to work with influencers and creators to drive sales. So just real quick, I'm Ian Sells, co-founder of Join Brands, and I founded MDS. I've sold well over $40 million on Amazon. I don't even know the actual number at this point, but exited my second brand to Thrasio just before COVID. It was a good exit. And I just really enjoy like networking and venting and solving problems. It's just kind of like keeps coming up for me. So that's what I'm happy to do. And I'm really a visionary, and I just love creating and connecting things. So that's just a little bit about me. So yeah, to jump right in, like Amazon, this is straight from Amazon's website. They are focused on using content creators, right, to drive traffic and promote deals. And so much so that they have a whole page and like step-by-steps dedicated, like, here's what you should do. Leverage lead up to Prime Day and prep your audience for the feature. Go into our top seller list. They have a link to the top products list. Feature these things on your list. You know, create all this content. Create videos just talking about Amazon Prime Day, like this one right here, and trying to drive traffic, because what's going to happen is everybody's going to be looking for, there's so many deals out there. How do you find the right deal? Well, what does consumers do? They go to social media and they search for Prime Day deals. They search for best deals, deals for kitchen, deals for kids, deals for babies. And so you need to make sure that you're showing up and you're utilizing some of the same strategies to drive additional traffic and revenue. And of course, if you can do it at low or no cost, it's going to save you a ton of money and time, and you're going to be having additional eyeballs, and the potential to go viral is always the best thing about social media, or even to gain, you know, a ton of traction and get, you know, 10,000, 20,000 views on a video. So think about it that way. Like if you're not doing these strategies and the other bigger brands are, they're probably going to crush you as far as traffic. And I do see like conversions going up on Prime Day, because people are just basically, you know, clicking and buying, and they know they can return it. So it really is just like, you know, they think that everything's a great deal. And so they just kind of quickly buy. So spending more on PPC, it can be worth it if you have a product that really, you know, is going to do well in the conversions. All right, so I'm going to jump right in. So Amazon influencers, this is really like where Amazon is focused on, you know, working with to drive additional traffic and revenue. And actually what I found was they're actually going to be taking creators' videos that they make about products, right? Which these are all shoppable videos that creators have made. And they're going to be putting those videos on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, through their own channels. So they're actually going to be paying and sponsoring creators' ads and content that they make. And the creator is going to get all the credit for the sales that happen through that ad. So they're going to be boosting everybody's content and utilizing the best ones to drive additional revenue. So these creators can go viral by Amazon putting, you know, $1,000, $1 million behind their ad if it's going well, and they're going to get tons of views and they're going to get sales. So all the influencers and creators are just going wild, trying to find deals, trying to find unique ways of approaching, you know, talking about it. And so if you're not doing this, you're really missing out. It's not hard to get creators on Amazon to promote your products. I'll show you how to do that. And creators make commissions. So if you don't know this, every video that's on your listing, if somebody goes to your listing, searches, let's say, you know, kitchen spatula, goes to your listing, looks at all your product images, and then does the pop-up and views a video by a creator, and then they buy the product, that creator is going to get credit for your sale. They're going to get paid commission by Amazon. It doesn't come out of your pocket. So creators are making money even if they don't drive the traffic, which is another reason why the creators are all excited about this, right? Because people are using those videos to decide whether or not to buy the product. So you can connect with them, you know, directly by browsing on Amazon influencer page. I'll show you the URL in a second, and that will allow you to like find their Instagram pages and other stuff. Or you can use a site like Join Brands to connect with them instantly. We have like a campaign type called Amazon shoppable videos. So you can basically hire creators within, you know, a few minutes by creating a campaign, and all these Amazon influencers actually come to you. So that's what, you know, Join Brands helps you do. And these are just examples right here of, you know, ads that creators are doing. If you go, this is right from the Amazon app. So if you go to this little video icon, you can scroll and see a ton of videos and browse by categories and even search for your product and find videos creators have made about your product. So if you reach out to those creators and offer them additional, you know, revenue or create new content with it, they'll do that. And some of these are like roundups, right? 6 Amazon must-have. So this creator is trying to promote a lifestyle and getting people's attention with a hook that says, oh, these are must-have, you know, things for your road trip for your dog. If that resonates, you're going to jump on that. Okay, So here's the URL, amazon.com/live/browse. This is a creator who found a cute duck umbrella and made a video about it. And she's promoting this product, $26 out of 123 reviews. I don't know why she chose it. She probably was reached out to and somebody sent her a free sample. But you can see here on Sophie Summer, she has a profile that she is going to earn a commission for every sale that she drives through that video. And of course, anybody on that listing is also going to see the, if they watch the video, she's also going to get credit, even if they didn't come through the video. Okay. And then you can see like on the right-hand side, I just put like a screenshot that she's done a classy rain jacket and other stuff. And so this type of creator, is all over the place. And it's really easy to contact them. Actually, a lot of them. So on the left side, this is the Amazon profile page of that creator. And you can see she earns commission. She says this is her favorite stuff. And she links to her TikTok and her Instagram page. So from here, you can go right to her Instagram, which is the right image, and I can see, oh wow, she has her partnership email right there on her Instagram. So you now know that this person on Instagram has a following, has all this stuff. She loves food, and I have her, her email. I can reach out to her. So if you can find 10, 20, 30 of these types of influencers on your own, it could take some time, but it is worth it. And sending them some free product in exchange for them doing a video on Amazon, which could become buying on. The other way is to go on Join Brands and create a campaign. Just super simple, create a campaign with different campaign types for just content plus posting. That means they're going to post it on their social media. And social blasts are more like product seeding for like lower costs. And then recurring creators, that is where you can hire creators to be your brand spokesperson on repeat and on autopilot, basically. Something really new and cool we're not talking about right now. But here's where you do: just create content posting, create an Amazon shoppable video. Basically, you pick this campaign. It's $100 basically per video, and creators will apply to your campaign. So within a matter of 24 hours, you'll have 100 plus creators ready to do your video, and you can get the product. So it's really super easy. Another thing that you can be working on is creator connections. Like I said, Amazon is really pushing this creator thing. So if you're not taking advantage of this, you are missing out. And this is where you would, as a brand, go into your Seller Central account, go to advertising, creator connections, and create a campaign. So you offer a commission towards all the creators, and the creators are actually going to be able to, like, on their side, see all the campaigns and the offers that brand owners have, and they'll apply and make videos. And it's pretty much autopilot once you set it up. They'll message you and stuff like that, which you probably need like a VA to reply to if they have questions, or they want you to send them a free sample if they don't want to buy it. But in the end of the day, you can get a ton of video, and I'm seeing like 10x results. So if I spent like $50 on a campaign, I got $500 of sales. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of like the early days of Amazon posts. And this is where this page I'm showing right here is actually where Amazon is going to see, by participating in Amazon may use your shoppable content and Amazon ads across social media platforms, Pinterest, TikTok. On Amazon, when a customer clicks and makes a qualifying purchase, your content will earn commission. So creators are so excited about this because they're going to get free money, and Amazon is just pushing their content as far as possible. The next strategy is using TikTok. And if you're not familiar with TikTok ads, there's a special feature called Spark Ads, which you can basically take any video a TikToker has made, get a code from that creator, and then use that as a video ad and drive traffic to any URL of your choice. I suggest using the brand referral bonus link. That way you can track all the sales. But you can basically hire creators on TikTok, ask them to post a video, ask them for their Spark code. I suggest getting the 365 Spark code. That's for basically a year worth of use. And when you run an ad through that, you can use your own ad platform. You can use Join Brands. You get to decide, where that goes, what the targeting is, and all that good stuff. So it's really easy. But that creator is going to actually get all the views and everything on her own page. So they're going to feel like they're going viral, and all the comments and questions, the creator is going to get messaged, and they're going to be the ones responding to those. So they're going to be like, oh yeah, I love the product. Oh yeah, it smells great, or it tastes great, whatever it is. They're going to be the ones handling all that because it's on their page, and their video is going to have, thousands to millions of impressions. So when you're doing TikTok, and hiring creators to do that, it's really, really important to use a good hook. And this is, like, I can't stress this enough. Like, don't give creators free reign on what you have them do. If you're working with them, you should really do the research, figure out what's working in your niche, or what are the best performing hooks currently. There's a number of sites to do that. and see like what are top performing ads. But really, you need to capture their attention, talk about the problem, and then don't show the solution till the end, right? Or how they actually solved it. So that way people are hooked the way through, and that's how you get your videos to go viral. But using hooks like the best Prime Day deal on XX. Oh my God, this is never on sale. So if a creator is saying that, that's going to be like, what's never on sale? I want to know, right? Stop everything is one people are using all the time. Stop scrolling. This is what you needed. You're like, okay, what if you're telling me to stop scrolling? It better be good, right? Insane Prime Day offer. Think about all this stuff like this, the best, whatever it is. These are the kinds of hooks that you need to like try out and test. But capturing their attention or just being like, this is so simple. I wish I knew this sooner. And then everybody wants to know, what did you wish you knew sooner, right? And then boost those videos with the Spark ads. So something you can do on Join Brands is, hire TikTok creators to post about your brand and products and get the products to them so they can create those great videos, give them a nice brief. And then we have a simple boost button where you can boost that kind of like an ad, and you can pick your targeting and stuff like that. But you can see how like this is an example of like some TikTok videos that are boosted to 18,000 views and 65 comments, 20,000 views and 13 comments. So it's pretty cool, and highly suggest you check it out. Another thing I've been sharing this year is really that TikTok is a search engine. It's not just about going viral anymore. And if you're not putting content on TikTok for people to see, and the videos last forever, right? So it's kind of like YouTube, where the more people search for that product, the more videos they'll look at, and the more likes and things they'll come up with. So if you're not seeding TikTok with videos about your brand and your product type and niche, then you're missing out on tons of free traffic and traffic that's growing rapidly. Through my research, TikTok had 6 times the searches for leggings and 2.4 searches for makeup versus Google search. Like, this is from an industry report. That is insane. People are not looking at Google for products anymore. They want to see how it looks, how it feels, what people say about it. They don't trust fake blog sites that say this is the best food. When you travel, I imagine most of you are now starting to look at TikTok for best restaurants in XYZ city, right? You want to see that restaurant. You want to see what the food looks like, what they say it tastes like, and find those like unique hacks from people that you can kind of trust and believe. So it's not a miss. So with the social media stuff, the other thing is it is not a one-time use thing. Like, your content can be reused over and over and over to get more ROI out of your content. So I don't know, we'll talk about getting more ROI out of content, but basically, when you post a video on Instagram, that same video can be posted on TikTok. That same video can be posted on YouTube Shorts. You can put it on your Amazon video ads, right? You can do vertical videos, do Amazon posts. So there are so many ways to use it. So don't think about, I spent $100 on TikTok videos. I got nothing out of it. You need to reuse that content. You need to turn it into ads. You need to do more stuff with it. But with this, if you search for, like, let's say your product category. So right here, I show like liquid vitamins. You can show up in those search results, and you can see that like some videos have lots of reviews and views. But if you scroll down, you're going to find videos with 100 views, 1,000 views. So they're mixing it in. It's not just like in order of how many views a video has is what goes to the top. So you have a chance to be seen by more people. And if you're not showing up, if you don't have 10 videos showing up for your product, but other competitors do have 10 videos about their product showing up in that first couple of screens that you scroll through when you make a search for a product type, you're missing out on brand awareness and potential sales. And people are using TikTok to educate themselves and then going to Amazon or wherever their favorite platform is to make a purchase. So we do see, like, whenever you're marketing on TikTok, that you're going to see Amazon sales grow as long as you're doing more than 1 or 2 videos here. In order to be SEO properly, there's a couple of tips here. Just text on screen. VoiceOver needs to mention the keywords. You need to use proper hashtags, so research them. What are people using? And then use trending styles. Another ad site that you're going to see a ton of during deal time, and I think this is a really great one to like promote your deals. This is one area I wanted to focus on was, hey, if I'm running a sale or a daily deal on a Prime Day deal, I need to drive more traffic to that. So you can actually have creators ready to go with like a green screen video, right, that you've approved, and all they do is drop in the background of that Prime Day deal that's going on there, and the girl's like pointing up at it like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. You should get this right now. If you're boosting that type of video and it's just a green screen, they don't even need the product. It's going to save you money, and you can launch it anytime and promote it. So doing something like that can be really beneficial. And these are called like productless ads or green screen ads. and it's super easy to do and get creators to do this, and you don't have to ship them a product and wait for them to deliver it. So super cool. And you can see here, don't purchase from Amazon right now. Like, she's trying to hook you right now. Like, well, why not? So this is just like creators doing their pre-Prime Day planning, and you really should look into that. More influence strategies, just early Prime Day deals, just promoting it, another green screen ad. And this is really how you can take advantage of creators. And it doesn't take a lot of time. It really is more research if you're doing it on your own, or just going to Join Brands, creating an account, and having some content out there. But if you're not doing any content, if you're not trying to promote your deals with outside traffic and gain the trust of other people and using their authority to promote your products, you're truly missing out, and you will fall behind. So yeah, that's my some simple strategies. If you want to get these slides and free $30 to spend on Join Brands, just scan that code. It's going to open up your email account, and you just press send, and our team will reply back and get you that. But you got to make an account in order for us to drop the cash in there. So feel free to reach out anytime. We can do live demos for your team. But this is a really good strategy for you guys to employ on Prime Day.
Yeah, Ian, geez, awesome, man. A lot of good stuff there. And you know what? Just my thinking on this is like, people always ask, like, hey, when Amazon comes out with something, should I participate? And I'm like, yeah, as a seller, you should participate in every Amazon program that's out there, because they are incentivized to make it work. So if you can get in there and use it, they're going to help you as much as they can to grow your business and get wherever you need to be. So you need to participate. And the other piece is, TikTok is a threat in a way to Amazon, right? There's a whole bunch of shopping that's happening on that platform, and it's done through these influencers, and Amazon is playing catch up, right? And they're trying to say, hey, like, this is, it's that whole idea of like, hey, we've got these people that sell the product and can get a commission for that. And TikTok's got a great model with a great algorithm that works in that way. And Amazon is trying to play catch up on that. And they're going to pump money in there because they don't want to lose those sales, to these other platforms, right? So exactly what you're saying. Like, they're putting money behind the influencers. You can get those influencers, get those ads, like, use the Amazon platforms, your business is going to grow. So this is one of those things where you have to dive in and you have to figure it out, and you have to start participating on Amazon. And certainly TikTok, we see some amazing success stories on the TikTok side. What I would say is, make sure you've got your infrastructure right, make sure you got the stock, make sure you set up in the right way, so that it's not just about the shop side of it and the influence.
Yeah. This is so kind of new. Like, I mean, imagine how many people on this webinar are actually already doing any of those strategies. It's probably slim, right? So the opportunity is where people aren't yet, because once everybody is contacting these, it's going to change. So take advantage. And don't reinvent the wheel. Like, Join Brands is what the reason why I invented that was, to solve this problem of how much time it takes to find influencers and creators to get people to post about my products, how many samples you have to ship out, in order to get one video, and how long it takes, 30 plus days. So Join Brands solves a lot of that stuff. But you can do it on your own. It's just like the 80-20. Where do you want to focus your energy? What's going to be the most valuable? And depending on the size of your business, you got to decide what's best for you. But doing nothing isn't a good strategy generally. So,
Travis, any comments?
Just to echo the creator connections thing and just using Amazon influencers, you have to do it. It's absurd. We have a brand that we work with, and they started on creator connections, I think last June. So about a year ago, and they had done, now this is a big brand. They had done over $1 million in like 4 months on creator connections. Incredibly viral product that actually works. And so results not typical, but dig into it. I mean, it's massive how well it works. And then use Join Brands. I've used Join Brands Limited. I'm going to send Ian a message here in a little bit, because I want to get connected on an agency account to help our clients with it, because it's such a good platform where you don't have to learn everything. So you don't have to learn TikTok ads. You don't have to learn how to use all the different platforms, because they make it so easy in there. Because I remember playing with it like 6 months ago when I saw you last time, Ian. And it's such an easy platform to use. So if you guys haven't signed up for Join Brands, I highly recommend it.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Awesome. All right, guys, my turn. Let me share my screen. All right, let me know if you guys can see my screen. Travis, Ian, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, guys. I talked about this in the beginning, but from a ZonGuru perspective, we've been around since 2017. We have a lot of tools. Specifically, one of our areas of leadership in the tool space is around search engine optimization on Amazon. We've had a lot of firsts in the space, specifically on the keyword intelligence side. This idea of contextual SEO and understanding how your competitors rank on keywords versus you was a space we owned first, and we were the first in the industry to integrate with ChatGPT back in January of 2023, and we constantly are evolving the AI side of helping you with your listing creation and ensuring that all the inputs are there from the evolving landscape on Amazon side with the algorithm, Cosmo, now Rufus, etc., and what they're doing on that side. So making sure that we have the right infrastructure in place so we can move nimbly and make sure that we're outputting the right type of content for your listings to get the most visibility and traffic is our specialty out of the tool. So right now we integrated with ChatGPT for Omni, and I'm going to focus on the area of listing optimization for this presentation today. And specifically, I'm going to give you some manual ways that you can actually optimize. And if you guys know the space already, this dog over here is Rufus, which is Amazon's AI assistant that is now heavily involved in the shopping experience. So it is in beta. It's getting rolled out on the app on your apps in the US, at least as a start. But it's this way of having this AI-driven assistant that has the knowledge of your category, of your niches, everything that is important, what customers are saying in reviews, questions and answers. It's just building this knowledge base, and then you can engage with it and ask certain questions and use that as your shopping experience. So it's pretty interesting. If you haven't played with it yet, I'm going to show you an example, but it's pretty interesting to see the shopping experience. You can literally go on and use Rufus and do your research, find your product and buy it within the Rufus screen without even looking at the listings, the content, the search results. So it's a completely different way of engaging and using Amazon, which you as a seller have to know about, and importantly understand what is Rufus looking for the knowledge base, and does your listings have that knowledge in it, so that when Rufus is talking about it, it knows that your product is one that really stands up and has all that information. And that's information in your content, in your backend, in your content, but also importantly in your images. Like AI is now at the point where it's reading not just the tags in the background, but it's actually reading the content in your images. So understanding what it's reading and where are the holes in your listing versus what they're looking for, what Rufus is looking for, is a critical piece of your overall strategy, right? So there's definitely things you can do right now in the build up to Prime Day, and this is certainly stuff that you should be doing beyond for sure. So I wanted to take that as a view into SEO and give you some pointers around it. So I'm just calling it, what does Rufus say? Rough, yeah, it's a dog. But the strategy of understanding what is Rufus saying, what is the knowledge side there, and then how can you make sure that your listing has that content, so you're feeding it everything it needs, and that doesn't mean that keywords are dead. Keywords are absolutely a critical piece, and you have to have that done at the keyword search area, but there's other pieces around benefits, intent, that you have to make sure that you cover, and I'm going to show you that right now. And so I'm just changing this from it used to be like a mobile first strategy, like, hey, when you're optimizing your SEO storefront on Amazon, you should consider mobile, because a lot of the traffic is now starting to be bought on mobile, but it's evolving beyond that, and now it's an AI first optimization strategy. So understanding from an AI perspective what content you should have in your listing. So this is an example of what it looks like. This is a screenshot literally from my screen. It has this overlay, and you can see the overlay that's coming over here. This is over, there's the shopping experience in the background, right? And this has come over, and you can use that to completely engage. I'm going to show you an example, but right at the top here, if you have this on your phone, you can open it up and look at your app, but it's going to say search or ask a question, right? And what's critical there is all all people today are starting to engage more and more with AI, with ChatGPT. It's becoming a part of their daily experience, right? So the literal fact that you can go in there and not just search, but ask a question, more and more people are going to lean to start asking a question, which is going to prompt Rufus to pop up, and the experience of shopping is going to happen in that window, right? So this is not going away, and it's becoming more and more commonplace as people use it. You can speak to anyone that's starting to use ChatGPT, certainly the younger people, every single day, multiple times. They're used to that idea of not just searching, but asking a question, and that is now available inside of your app. So you have to understand what that experience is like and how do you optimize for that. I'm going to show you a video here. This is off my screen. I'm going to forewarn you, those people who get freaked out by a number of unread messages, don't look at it on my screen, because I have my own scheme, but you're going to see it. But this is just showing you me engaging with Rufus right now, and you can kind of see the experience. Okay, so I'm dropping in here, typed in the question, what's the best benefits of Instapot? Rufus is popping up, and here it comes. The Instant Pot is versatile, kitchen appliance, offers this: time saving, energy efficient, convenience, space saving, right? And then it pops up with a whole bunch of other questions you could ask. So you can start going down the rabbit hole. Hey, okay, well, wait, what about safety features? Like, what is that? Or what about the lids? Or hey, I can start to engage here. So I can click on any of these and go into another question and ask it, or I can just type in my own one, right? So right here, I clicked on, I think it was the safety features, right? So now it's telling me all about safety. So I'm learning, and it's just popping up, right? I haven't even engaged with looking at listings, looking at the search in there. I'm just literally talking to it. Now I've typed in another question. Can you recommend? I want to see, hey, would you actually recommend it, an Instapot, right? So you guys should be doing this. If you're a seller, go in and engage with Rufus and ask, hey, what are you recommending? Who's popping up here? And you can see, hey, it gives you a couple of things like, hey, this is what I'm looking for in your listings. These are the important things. Like, you look at capacity, make sure you talk about capacity, make sure you understand all these things, and it's starting to give you examples. And here you can go and click on these examples and jump in, right? So you can see clearly from this that there's a completely different searching shopping experience that you're engaging with. And now the question is, how do you start to understand what is Rufus looking for? What is the knowledge base, and make sure that your listing can match up? So this is a manual way of doing it. Clearly, we're doing all of this as our prompts into our listing tool. So you can literally just prompt our listing tool, and it's going to write the listing and take into account all of this, but you can certainly do this manually as well. So on the Rufus strategy, it's a benefit focus. It's benefit focused and excels on unveiling common, right, and alternative search queries. So it's looking at all the different ways that people are looking for products and the uses, right? So the strategy here is to optimize for intent and benefit. So there's a keyword aspect, and you have to have the right keywords. What are customers looking for on Amazon? And I would say Keywords on Fire does the best job of finding the actual keywords that customers are typing into the localized market. You can compare it to literally any tool. So that's your baseline, getting the right keywords. But then how do you understand search and intent benefits around that, and take that input from Q&A, from reviews, from understanding what the different categories are. And you can use AI to understand what those intent and benefits are, right? And I'm going to show you an example here, but it's gonna help you get more of that visibility, because you're going to find those unexpected buyer journeys. What is the intent and purpose that people are using that specific product for, and making sure that you include that in your copy so that you're covered for all of those intents and benefits. I'm going to show you an example here with blackout curtains, right? So, what are the various intent and benefits for blackout curtains? What can they be, right? You can just do this into AI. It's going to pop this, ChatGPT will give you all these answers. Here's all the search intent for blackout, right? Improves sleep quality, reduces energy bills, home theater setup, noise reduction, protect furniture from sunlight, right? These are some things you might not even think about. And here's the benefits: blocks the sunlight, insulates room against temperature, enhances viewing experience, reduces outside noise for quieter experience, prevents fading from UV light or whatever, right? So just something as simple as a blackout curtain, there are way many different user intent and different types of audiences that are looking for that product and benefits. And you've got to make sure that you're covering those, right? And that's not just a keyword. You need AI to help you understand what are all those different buyer journeys, uses that it's going to come from, and then make sure that your listing has that covered. And the way to do that is through ChatGPT, or you can do it by just manually asking Rufus and see what it comes back with. But in our testing, whatever we're doing in ChatGPT has very similar it covers a lot of similar things to what is in Rufus as well. So, you know, Rufus might be more of a black box, but you're getting very similar results from ChatGPT, which is pretty cool. Implementation, identify the user intent, right? So get all those, use AI to find and get that information together. I'm going to give you some questions of how you do that. Optimize your listings, adjust them, make sure you have all that content, keywords, titles, descriptions, back into this term, A+ content, images. Make sure you can't have an image today in your second, third position without some content in there explaining what it is, because it will read that content. Q&A section, reviews, you know, understanding what are the common themes there, and collecting that is critical, right? So basically, by focusing on intent and benefits, you're going to cover all of those buyer journeys, and you're going to be, you know, triggering Rufus and Cosmo and all of the algorithm side of it to knowing that your product covers all of those things and is a good recommendation for Amazon. You know, the quality of that, the price, you know, reviews, ratings, all of that is obviously still critical, but this is going to be an important step for you. Right, and so here's some prompts. So I've got a link, and you can, it's, you know, ChatGPT is free. You can literally do this in ChatGPT, but ask these prompts and get the answers, right? And those answers, we can run that with Rufus as well, and you're going to see some very close similarities. I'll even show it to you in this now, but here's a prompt. I'm selling a product on Amazon. My product is X. I need assistance in creating a comprehensive guide to help market and optimize the listing. Please provide the following. And here's a category of prompts. You can do more, right? These are prompts that we build into our AI base around prompting listings that you can use in our listing tool. But you can do other ones. 5 common benefits, right? What are the key benefits? 5 key characteristics. You can do 10 if you want, but what are the key characteristics, right? Identify. Here's the prompts, right? 5 relevant questions, right? What are the questions? 5 diverse search terms, right? What are the diverse ones? 5 non-standard search terms. Generate 5 relevant questions. So those are all the categories, right? And you can do 5 to 10. There's more, but you just literally prompt ChatGPT with this, and you start to get results. These are the results that we get, right? So here's the prompt, and here's the results that we start to get. I can show you, and if you take this down, zonguru.link/prime-prompt. Just put that in. You don't have to have a ChatGPT account. It'll just be the free. It'll pop up, and you'll get all the questions, and you'll get all the answers that we're seeing. So this is, you know, and I can show you what it looks like. Here we go. So, you know, here's all the prompts, right? So anonymous. I put in all these prompts, and here it goes. 5 common benefits, right? So this one was around the Instapot, right? Time saving, versatility, energy efficiency, nutrient retention, ease of use. Remember, and we were looking at Rufus, they were very similar, right? So they're all similar. Characteristics, capacity, right? That was critical. So you can see all of them. This is literally just in a couple of seconds, you're getting all this back, right? And you can put this into your listing. We did one for MochaPod as well. So if you go to this link, you can literally just grab that, zonguru.link/prime-prompt. Obviously, in the follow-ups that you're going to get on this, you'll get all this as well. But that'll show you all the questions we're asking, and you can just do that for your own. And I encourage you to engage and ask similar questions, prompts of Rufus, go down the rabbit hole and collect that information and make sure your listing has it, right? That's going to be critical for you as you get into this. The other alternative is just to use ZonGuru, right? And so we've taken all, like, to explain architecturally, we've built an AI tool that will write listings in the right way for Amazon, back in search terms, content, titles, based on all the keywords that we feed it. But in addition to that, we're doing a whole bunch of work around understanding what is Rufus looking for, the Cosmo, you know, what are we doing in ChatGPT around your product category that we're prompting. You know, we're actually doing an AI analysis of images to understand what is in the images and what you should be including. And then we're pushing that all into a prompt, and that goes into ChatGPT for Omni, and it spits out the result in the right way for your listings is optimized, and you can do that. And it literally takes 1.5 minutes, and you would get that. So, you know, that's the other way you can do it, is just sign up for ZonGuru and go ahead and run that. So, you know, I just talk about some first, which I talked about before. You know, we have some really good results from agencies and feedback. A big lift in general average revenue lift, 23%. 37% improvement of listings over the best on page 1 from an optimization score. So we have that contextual SEO. So you can literally answer the question, do I have the best listing versus my competitors? And you can see that using our AI, and you can manually work on that further as well. So here's an example of how it looks. So you can see the keywords. You can see all the different competitors you load, and you can compare your listing to how that works. And you can, AI generates, publish directly to Amazon. Use our tool to do that yourself through our platform. All the prompts, there's a lot of control you have on the prompts. You can even tell the AI what to write over and above. You can negative match on keywords. There's a bunch of things you can do to get it to work. So that's kind of the high level there. So, if you want to engage with us, there's a multiple number of ways. If you want to look at, using some of our high level services, and you have to be doing about 2 million plus beyond our technology, just go to zonguru.link/growth-audit. We'll do actual manual growth audits around your organic SEO side and show you what sales you're doing now, but what you should be getting and how to go after that. So if you want to get that growth audit, go to zonguru.link/growth-audit. But you do need to qualify. So there's qualifying questions there. It's not available to any seller there, because it does take a lot of effort from our team. So we want to make sure that we're working with the right kind of match for this service. Or if you just want 20% off, go to zonguru.link/20. And if you're an agency, go to zonguru.link/EP. And you can connect with us there, and we'll show you the agency platform. Travis, definitely uses that on his side as well. So we'll put these links in there, but that's it from me. So thank you, guys. This is an example of the growth audit, which I won't go over right now, but thank you for that.
Some really cool stuff there. Rufus is changing the game for ranking for sure. It's a big part of the discussion, $1 Million Sellers Group, on how AI is really going to impact behavior. And I think Vanessa from Carbon 6 also has shared a ton of stuff about how shopping experience is that's going to change, because the AI is learning what you like, right? And it knows what you mean, essentially. So when it's showing you results, they're going to be very much more tailored towards you. So ranking for everyone is no longer going to be a thing. It's like ranking for a niche of an audience type of person who's going to get those types of results. So you really need to send signals of who your person is to rank for. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, that's the other side, right? It's not only the actual shopping experience, which it's happened in the world, right? Everyone is using AI. So that experience is going to translate onto Amazon and everything else, right? So you have to understand how that works. But to your point, it's also learning your likes, preferences, your sales history. It's going to recommend around that. So it's a significant change.
They say ranking, as it can change, right? If you search for sunglasses and I search for sunglasses, we're going to get vastly different results because it knows your style and my style are different.
Yeah, to a degree. And I think it's a balance between, it wants to be able to give you styles, but also allow you to explore, right? And find other things. So that's going to be a critical balance that it's going to have to get right. Travis, any comment there?
Build your email list.
Yeah, right. That's actually a good topic, and somebody mentioned that on one of the Q&As for you, Travis, is what do you do when you don't have a email list, right? Or how do you build one? What are your best solutions for that?
You solve a problem. It's as simple as that. So you solve a problem. That's what entrepreneurship is solving problems. And if you solve a problem, it's very easy to target people to get them to fix that problem. So I'll give you a quick example. My agency, the free Amazon PPC Masterclass, that landing page has a 70% opt-in rate because we have the ad, which is free Amazon PPC Masterclass. So you're not going to click on that ad unless you want the free PPC Masterclass. It goes over to the landing page. That landing page has a 70% opt-in rate to my email. And that's how we grow our email list. And we're getting anywhere from 30 to 50 emails a day on that. Just that simple opt-in. And so the problem that your product solves. So on the Amazon world, we had a dry eye products. We had a dry eye brand. So I wrote a book that was called Rethinking Dry Eye Treatment. You don't have to write a book. It can be a simple one-page PDF. And it's the 7 mistakes you make. This isn't my book title, but the 7 mistakes you're making with dry eye. The 7 mistakes you're making with acid reflux. That's my current brand. The 7 mistakes you're making with blah, blah, blah. Create curiosity to get the person to opt in. So think of so we're all entrepreneurs. We like money. Think about you're reading a financial site and something pops up and it says the 5 money mistakes you're making. you're going to put your email address in there because it's evoking curiosity. And so the more you can evoke curiosity to then get them a lead magnet, then they're going to get on your email list. And the key thing here is to serve them. Don't spam them with offers and everything. If you're on my email list, you'll know that I email once a day, every day except for Saturday and Sunday. And the reason we do that is because we're just serving. Yes, we do offers like this webinar. Yes, we do offers like maybe I'll promote ZonGuru every once in a while. You'll see that occasionally, but most of the time it's just me sitting down, writing about my life and how I can serve them. And it's usually something like I turn it into an angle. So my Tuesday email, this is a very vulnerable moment for me right now, but my Tuesday email is all about how I went down to Mexico and got a direct hair implant. And so I have a head on that now because I got a hair implant. So my head is a scab right now, essentially. And I wrote about that because I don't care. Like, this is life. And so I write about my life and what's going on. And then you can just spin that into serving them somehow. So wrote about my time. I'm laying bloody in Mexico on my bed because of my surgery. And then how did I turn that? I turned it into applying to work with us somehow. But it's just about serving. And I had to learn that the hard way, like actually reading copywriting books and doing it over and over again. You can literally do it with ChatGPT and it's easy. And so that's how you build an email list, is just evoke curiosity with a lead magnet and then just serve them.
Yeah. And I would say, just on that, like, just as an entrepreneur, like, what makes that effective is taking a little bit of time up front to think about how you want to serve, and how you want to prompt ChatGPT and what content you want to create, right? Because it is sometimes the easy and lazy way just to lean on, like, okay, well, great, I'm just going to create content for the sake of content, but that ultimately, without putting a little bit of thought into up front, the impact of that is not as strong, and it can make a massive difference, right? So making sure that you are serving and providing not just content, but actually value. I would give that feedback to anyone here to really spend the time on that, because it makes the impact of that piece triple fold at least, right, or more. So make sure that you put the effort into the value that you provide, not just content for the sake of it. Yeah.
On that point, I have specific ChatGPT channels for specific parts of my business. So like acid reflux, that's our business that we just bought. I have a channel that's built up around acid reflux. So it knows everything it needs to know about acid reflux. It knows the style I write in. Same thing with my Amazon emails or my agency emails. It knows everything about my agency. It knows all our offers. It knows how to apply. It has the links and everything. And so when I write emails, it seamlessly writes in my style. I usually prompt it with just like a free flowing mind dump. I'll actually even speak my mind dumps into the ChatGPT and then tell it to write it in an email like my style, leading into a call to action to apply to work with us. And so it will tell the story that I'm doing. It will take my verbal that I do on my phone into ChatGPT, because it types it up for you. And then it will turn that into an email in my writing style and then flow it into applying to work with us or check out this webinar that we're doing or whatever.
Yeah, it gives you the ability to look at it high level and tweak it. So you're getting, and that's what our listing tool does as well. Is like it gives you an amazing baseline that you can, where all the hard work's done, and you can finesse it and take it further. But yeah, this whole idea of having your own, we have it in ZonGuru, right? We have an AI knowledge base on ZonGuru where ChatGPT knows everything they need to know about ZonGuru, its customers, our USP, everything around the Amazon space, right? Because that knowledge then makes it a much more effective AI product, right? So good, guys. Well, we're into the Q&A. We've already started some discussion. We have some minutes here, so we'll thank you for the questions. I think it's been posted here, so I can go through some of your actual questions that you have that have been posted over here, so we can answer them in a second. I guess we'll probably run for another 15 minutes if you guys are good with that. Travis, Ian, we'll answer the questions, so we'll end in 15 minutes. Maybe just one question just to start off with that I had here from the team. But is there any kind of key mistakes that comes to mind of things that people are doing in the build up to Prime Day that they shouldn't do? Any key mistakes there that come to mind?
I'll take the first answer, and this will kind of answer Trevor's question in the chat too. He said, I've heard just to do nothing for Prime Day and take advantage of the extra sales. And Ian answered it, yeah, you can do that. And that's great. You will get double the sales. However, if you do take advantage of what Amazon offers, your traffic's going to increase, your conversion rate's going to increase, and you're going to make a lot more money. If you don't have the margin, then you might not be able to do that, which I recommend raising your prices, not before Prime Day, not right now, but like come out with higher priced, higher quality products. But doing nothing for Prime Day is not a strategy. You can do that and you will get more sales, yes, but it's being lazy. I mean, it's the biggest sales day of the year. Like we plan for this 6 months in advance. Once Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Christmas season's over, we're planning for Prime Day. And because you got to plan inventory, you got to plan margin, you got to plan sales, you got to plan what you're going to do. And going into another question that was in there, I do not make special campaigns for Prime Day. I just go into what's already working and I just boost those. And so you have to have that plan going into the Prime Day, into Prime Day. And then when I'm sitting there on Prime Day watching my campaigns, I'm making sure they don't run out of budget. This answers the third question, by the way. I make sure they don't run out of budget, and I make sure that they're spending and they're showing. You're not going to see sales data, but you have to trust that they're making sales. It's Prime Day. And if you have a good deal or a lightning deal or something going on, then I'm just sitting there watching my campaigns to make sure they never run out of budget. And you can do that every hour. You know, I'm not just sitting on the screen looking at it. I'm literally checking it every 3 hours, going in, looking at it. Oh, that one's out of budget. Let's increase it a little bit more. And so I'm just making sure that my sales are going up. However, even that can be tricky because even business reports sometimes go down on Prime days, but trust that sales are being made. So that's kind of, that question rolled up into 3 other questions that I saw in there.
Great, awesome. I like it. Multitask. Yeah, and any comments there?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the very least you should increase your budgets. You know, if you don't want to touch your bids, so people don't want to do that, but you will blow through those, and then you'll be out of, being seen. So if you're good with your bids, like at least spend more that day, as long as it's keeping pace with your sales. And there are definitely different strategies, from coupons to Prime Day deals, discounts, to being involved with Prime Day offers, which you have to apply way ahead of time to get a best deal leading up to it, or a lightning deal on Prime Day. So but like Travis said, like do not do anything, because you just want to make a little bit more profit. I think it's good to acquire customers. It's good to get your product in the hands of more customers. And the other side of it is profit you might lose, you could potentially be making up after Prime Day, because whoever sells the most on Prime Day is going to be the best seller in the category, is going to be number one and have higher ranks, which is like a halo effect that happens a few days after any type of sale. So if you can take a loss on Prime Day and get to number one position, that might carry you through number one at the regular price, for the next 4 or 5 days, and you make up all that profit and then some, right? So
that's a really good point. Thinking beyond Prime Day, and to that question earlier, hey, if I should just do nothing, yeah, you're going to benefit from additional sales on Prime Day. But if everyone else is doing way better and putting the efforts, they're gonna rank better, and they're gonna do better beyond Prime Day, right? So or on Prime Day and beyond, right? So I totally agree with that. So let's just switch to kind of TikTok for a second, Ian, while we got you there. But if someone is focusing on TikTok, maybe just a few other questions around that. One, how is that going to help your Amazon sales if you're selling your product on TikTok? If you have any insight there, it would be great.
Yeah, so there's what we call the halo effect when you're running ads, on Facebook or TikTok, right? So basically, people are seeing it, discovering it, and they're buying it where they usually like to buy things. And so if they can find it on Amazon, they're going to buy it there. People do buy on TikTok shops, and it's growing really fast, but people also don't trust TikTok shops. They don't want to enter their credit card, and they don't know who these sellers are, right? Whereas Amazon, they have trust, they know how to return products. So they might even see it on TikTok shops, but then go buy it on Amazon if they're really enticed to buy it. So it's a huge discovery platform. And, what I think, I don't have like an exact science, but generally for like every 4 or 5 sales you get on TikTok shops, if you're running TikTok shops, you're seeing another sale on Amazon, something like that, right? 20 something percent. If you're not selling on TikTok shops, then you're also getting more traffic in general, because there's not another option. So maybe you're going to get 2 or 3 sales more for that on Amazon. But you can't just do one. Like I said, I think you can't just do the 80-20 doesn't work really well with social media. You can't just do one amazing video, spend $20,000 on it, and go, oh shoot, I didn't get $20,000 in sales back. It doesn't work that way. It's more of take lots of shots, try lots of things. When you post it matters, how you post it, who posts it, time of day, song choice, hook. Like there's so many factors into it. So you just got to make it unique, and you got to attempt it multiple times. But when it hits, it's totally worth it. You can sell out tons of inventory. And like I said, if nothing else, just show up in the TikTok search results with your product a couple of times, so that when people are scanning for best XYZ product, and then see people using it, you have some videos in that space, right, that you can boost up, or that can at least be scrolled past.
I mean, the great thing about e-commerce is like, you have the data and you have everything in front of you to learn from, like what's working, what isn't. So, if you can figure out what it is, you just literally copy and repeat, right? And so, I mean, I have a friend who he started as a TikTok affiliate in January, and his strategy was literally, hey, find like the best deals on TikTok, find who's selling the most, and then find the content creator affiliate who's making the most sales, look at their video, and he just like literally copy and repeated that video, posted it, and he grew from $0 to $30,000 a month in profit revenue.
That's the current strategy. Is actually don't reinvent the wheel. Redo videos that did well in the past.
Yeah.
Like the creators are doing it on their own channels. Like, this video worked. Okay, I'm gonna do that same video again. Same, literally almost the same exact thing. Or they might even post, that's, if the video does well on Instagram, they could post it on TikTok, and it may or may not do as well. Generally, they don't do as well, but if they just do a couple of changes to it, they can get it to go again. So, and anybody can go viral, but like I said, I think it's not just about going viral anymore. It's about showing up and being where people are searching, and generating that content that you can repurpose into so many other things to get that ROI out of it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I guess another question. This one's for me, but just are you seeing any changes to the Amazon's algorithm? And what are the important drivers? So, yeah, I mean, I talked about that a little bit earlier. It's changing rapidly. And we don't have to talk about what's changed, but the thing I want to say is don't freak out, right? Like, there's a lot of changes that are happening, but the fundamentals are the same, right? You're the person, the seller, who needs to give, a lot of the inputs to the algorithm to recognize your products. And so your job is to create an amazing product, help garner like great reviews because you've got a great product, but then feed the AI the right information so that it knows what your product's about, right? And that goes down to keywords. So keywords are still important, but there's all the other pieces that I've talked about, right? So it's pretty simple if you don't panic too much, and you just say, hey, I've got to make sure I understand what I need to feed it and give it the right information. All right, what other questions we've got here? Any good ones we're seeing here? The replay available question came up for sure. QR code. I think people are looking for the QR code. You're going to get the replay guys in emails as well, so you can get it there, or if there's a link, we can post that. Let's see. Is Rufus on ZonGuru or on Amazon or both? Oh, so yeah, Rufus is on Amazon. So it's on your Amazon seller app in the US. If you open up your app as a customer, on Amazon, you will see it there. They're rolling it out. So if you don't see it yet, it will be coming to you, but they're rolling it out across the lot. All right. What are you guys see any other questions that are jumping out?
If you go over to the private chat, he's got them all separated for you.
I saw that. Yeah.
A couple of PPC questions I can answer real quick.
Yeah, sure.
What placements do you focus on top of search is the main one, but do what's working for that campaign in that search term. So go into your data and just look at where you adjust the bids. It gives you the data. And so just look at that data and then increase whatever's working, but usually it's just top of search. So that's.
Okay. I have a question here, and maybe Travis, you can jump in, but is there a competitor strategy or a monitoring of competitors before or during Prime Day that is that part of the strategy? Are you like, hey, I'm just doing my thing and I've got my strategy dialed in, or is there some element of like looking at your top competitors, understanding what they're pricing pre-Prime Day, you know, and then obviously on Prime Day, are they doing, and there's any way that you can kind of tweak your strategy according to what competitors are doing. Is that an area that you look at?
I wish I had that much time, but no, I focus on my strategies and they work. And as long as my strategies continue to work, that's what I focus on. I don't really focus on what my competition's doing in any space, only because I feel like it's kind of a distraction. If you're a specifically Amazon seller, then yes, you have to play that game, but I don't play that game. I play the game of serving a person, building that email list. Yes, I do a lot with Amazon PPC. That's how I built and sold my whole business. And that's what we do in our agency. That's one of the tactics we do, but we focus more on a holistic approach. Like I said, that three-legged stool. If you're just relying on Amazon and Amazon PPC, that's one leg of the stool. Email list is the second leg, and then external traffic's the third leg. And when we just focus on that and not worry about what our competitors are doing, it tends to help us just take off.
Gotcha. I have another question here, which is, it's how do you select a good content creator? And obviously, Ian, you can answer this question, but I think I could add to that in terms of, what we're seeing a lot in the space, like especially on the TikTok side, it's taking off, right? Like, and the Amazon side right now, there's money to be made. So everyone wants to be an affiliate, create content, get paid, right? But there's a lot of junk out there, and at the end of the day, if you're doing this properly, you're trying to own your brand, right? And there's a brand impression that you're getting with it. And when people are creating videos around your content, there's a brand impression that's made. And if they get it wrong, you're going to pay the price for that. Or if they don't do it in the right way, you miss out on sales. So how do you select the right kind of content creator? Are there certain questions? Clearly, we can talk about your product and how you kind of screen for good content people.
So on Join Brands, we have 100,000 plus creators. They're not all amazing, I promise you. So it does take some time and effort to find the best ones. I mean, there's ratings and reviews. You can view all their profiles. You can go to their TikTok pages, their Instagram pages, and see it all. But imagine, if you have 500 people that apply for your campaign, you need to weed through them. Every time a creator does a job on the platform, they get rated by a brand. Generally brands are pretty lazy. They'll put like 5 stars. So if you're really looking for high quality content, you got to spend the time to find that creator with a good camera, knows how to use lights, knows how to do cuts. Right? We're going to work on other ways to help filter and sort that out. But right now, you can sort it by like highest rated and try and scroll through those. The more you pay a creator, the higher your cost is. The likelihood of better creators applying for that job, knowing they're going to get it. So that's another way. But for me, like when I'm doing it, there's 2 ways of thinking about it. One is like I just want lots of videos and content of all different types, kind of like testimonial style that I can take and repurpose and use for Amazon. And of course, you never know what's going to work or what happens. Or if you tell the creators, hey, do something funny in the beginning of the video before you start the video, then you get a bunch of videos that are with funny stuff, and some of them actually are pretty good, right? Some of them are not good. So that's like the 80-20 of like the lower cost campaigns on Join Brands. Then you have the higher ones where you spend the time to look at it. You can find some really amazing creators and get amazing content for $60, $100 per video about your brand, with good lighting that you can use on your website, in your marketing, things like that. So you got to take time, and not all creators are created equal. And even if you go and find a creator on directly and they charge you $200 or $300, for the video, it may or may not be good. Like you still have to give them some direction. You should do the research. You should use ChatGPT to get, have some prompts to, create what are some good hooks for this type of product. You can enter in your product, URL or your bullet points, and things like that. So there's a lot of tools out there.
And these creators are lonely. They're not like, some are bombarded, yes, but it's not hard to contact them. And so if you develop a relationship with them, the quality is going to be better. I'm a big relationship guy with creators as well, just like you would your customers. And when you have that great relationship, I have Zoom calls with people that have 2 million followers, and it's all because I just reached out to them and asked them, hey, this is what we're doing. Would love to connect on how we can collaborate on this. And you can really get good relationships with creators because they are just people on the other side. Yes, you're not going to get Mr. Beast. That's going to be that's a business. But there's creators out there that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and followers that you can just send them a message or send them an email. The key thing though is don't ask for anything, because that's the problem most people get, is they ask right away. And so make a relationship with the creator. And how I recommend doing that is starting with using something like Join Brands, and then developing a relationship through Join Brands by hiring them a couple times. And then they're more willing to talk to you. And then you can start to establish a more consistent relationship with them. Because when you find 5 good creators and you're doing stuff with them over and over again, and you're paying them because they're creating great videos for you and you're making a lot of money from their videos, that's when it takes off. So I love Join Brands because it's that foot in the door, and they kind of know what to expect. And then I take that relationship and I enhance it by just engaging with them and really treating them like a Dream 100 client. Sorry, my camera's going crazy.
Good stuff.
You know, like the mind suck, you know, it's just like sucking me in as you're talking. What is the mind tricks Dr. Travis is
get into brain. Good. Good guys. Thank you so much. We're out of time right now. So, follow up with everyone here. If you have specific questions, you're going to get the replays. Thanks to everyone for joining here. And to you guys, I mean, these two are literally people at the cutting edge of our business, and visionary. And I appreciate you guys taking the time out to spend time with the audience here. So thank you so much for everything here, and we will send everyone here some follow-ups shortly. So appreciate it, guys. Have a good day.
See you.
You guys.
Bye.